tired of Facebook yet? Are you still on there?
Oh, that's one of the reasons we're going to YouTube. Perfect. Do you want to? I want to listen to it to see if it sounds okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just say words? And then I will.
Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. I hope everybody can hear me. How is everybody doing today?
Probably not much.
Hello. Testing. Is it? I'm not sure if it's on. Is the mic on?
No. Oh.
All right. Oh, there you go. Not sure if it's on.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. So it was on.
Yeah. It's weird though.
Well, yeah, I wasn't able to hear it in the mic, but it sounds like it's good to go now.
And if not, if people can understand they can't hear us, we can move it.
Oh yeah. Also, you have to account for that delay as well. So maybe you're just listening, hoping we'll show up. Come on.
Hello. Testing.
Yeah, the stream site worked well.
Okay.
But I don't see the live. Or does that take a second? At least I don't see it yet on Facebook.
Are you friends with me?
Yes. Because yeah, last post was 32 minutes ago. Saying they're going to be live at 8.
Maybe.
Oh.
Did you get those my bad things? Did you get my?
What's that?
I sent you that email about the bad.
Oh, I didn't even check.
My repercussions.
All right, let me have it queued up. All right, that's queued. Let's do this. Duquesne or personal?
I sent it to Duquesne.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, pulling it up now.
I mean, are you okay with doing that? Like, you're spreading misinformation, essentially.
I think the people that listen to that stuff already believe it. So, yes.
Are you saying we're not changing hearts and minds?
I think some of those hearts and minds need a lot of changing, and it ain't gonna be us. At least not tonight.
If you're uncomfortable. Like,
Oh no,
I try
that's
to make
good.
it funny too.
Yeah, I think that's the goal. But no, I think depending on how far down your rabbit hole, I think you got a better chance of breaking a brick wall with your teeth and
That's
it not
good.
hurting.
That's good.
I won't say it's progress, but
Excellent.
I think it's doable, but it's just gonna take one. Oh, these are good.
Hopefully I don't have to say any of them.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
I'll try to back you up to make sure that you're not doing it. So, yeah, actually, yeah, okay, it's a double punishment because I don't want you to see any of this stuff either.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny. These are good. These are good. I'm in love of us. The thoughts.
So you went to Jersey? Yeah. The Jersey.
I don't see it still.
Really?
My American shoes. Oh, you see it? Nice. Okay, cool. Perfect. Huh. Maybe I have something stupid on.
Are we friends?
We're definitely friends.
Oh, I think we're friends too.
There you go. Tell you what. Just to prove it really fast. Just liked everything on the page. Oh, there it is. No, it's the old one.
Oh no. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Adulting, kind of, with Zach and Jeff. Hey guys, we are rocking tonight on this almost rainy Wednesday evening. Still warm enough though.
Yeah, just ugly days, unfortunately. Like it's gonna storm, but it's not going to just yet. So you can cancel the plans, and it won't rain. But as soon as you go, that's when the thunder starts.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Hey, we got a cool show for you tonight. We got some exciting news, some program changes. I'm really liking this live thing. I think we're doing it tonight. Is going to be the last time I think we do it on Facebook Live, as this is a program for mostly college students, and it seems like everybody over the age of, like nobody under the age of 30 actually uses Facebook. So we're going to transition over to a YouTube channel next week, which we just started. We are going to, we're going to have information on the YouTube channel for us. We've actually changed our email, so now if you want to yell, have questions, have any ideas, please feel free to email the show, and it is adulting with Zach, that's Z-A-C-H, or I'm sorry, it's adulting with Z&J at gmail.com. So super easy for you. It's just adulting with Z&J at gmail.com. Our YouTube channel is going to be adulting kind of with Zach and Jeff. And again, you can follow us on IG where it's adulting_with_Zach. So plenty of places to follow us if you just can't get enough of us. We're going to destroy that social media feed until you roll your eyes and you stop caring in about 3.5 weeks. So looking forward to that. So last Thursday, it seemed like everything was going down the road. We were, primed to keep going on our Thursday, and then I got an email saying, well, we're not sure if Thursdays are going to work. So when we came into the studio tonight, there's a new schedule when we're not allowed to be here during the week, and we are safe on that. Perfect. So that sounds like it's a pretty good. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. That was nice.
No, that is not. We are going to be introducing a new segment coming up. I think we're going to have some fun with it. Again, we want to do some more experimental radio, kind of put some more bits in here, lighten it up. Some of this stuff kind of gets heavy, kind of gets dark. And we're going, maybe I need more. Oh my gosh. That's an inside joke that I will let everybody in the audience know here shortly. So, but yeah, we got a new segment coming up tonight. Great news, we have possibly a guest coming. Not coming, but he's probably maybe on the phone. My agent talked to him directly.
Nice.
Yes, Mimi Haas, my agent, was able to talk to this titan of industry. So we may have a guest on here, go over things like interviewing, how the landscape for jobs has changed, what he looks for. You take these classes, you read these articles, you see these videos on YouTube, and some of that's kind of kind of BS. So it's
Absolutely.
better to get the perspective of an actual adult, an actual hiring person who hires through all sorts of positions and things like that. So to get his perspective, unfortunately, he is a Browns fan. He's a Browns fan, so he will let us know that I'm absolutely sure about that. So, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Nice quiet weekend.
Yeah. Did you do anything for yourself?
I didn't.
Did
I
you
just
do something
relaxed.
for other people?
I did do lots of that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Well, not unfortunately. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't want to.
Sure.
But it's, I don't know, weirdly therapeutic to, help somebody out when I'm not doing too much of anything.
Sure. Absolutely.
So, but I pretty much relax. Had a little bit of fun, but relax, taking it easy.
Good.
Like, mainly taking it easy. So hopefully get out of that resting period at some point. But right now I'm enjoying summer.
Good. Excellent. Good. I just finished To Kill a Mockingbird.
Ooh,
So
nice.
for those who are following along at home,
I should have did that.
if you want to see, like where my reading is going for some ungodly reason, if you're that bored and you want to see what I'm reading, you're more than welcome to follow that. But I try to do every So To Kill a Mockingbird, if I haven't mentioned this before, is one of my favorite stories. I really love the author. She tells a great story. She herself is a great story, and every summer I try to kick off this is going to be really tough now that I'm thinking about it. This is going to be tough. I'm trying to cut down on and I listen to the playback. We'll go into that later. So now I'm trying to be aware of it, and as I'm aware of it, it's not going well. So I just got to think of a new filler word.
I think something will come to you. But then that's going to be the new problem, the new filler word.
Sure. I even took vitamin B12. So when I would stutter, like when I had a job where I was on the phones, I would, and usually I wouldn't do very well on the phones because I was so hungover from the night before or whatnot. But one of my really good friends, one of my buddies told me to take vitamin B12. He said that helps with that. So I even took vitamin B12 before I came in. Didn't do my normal energy drink to kind of hopefully.
Can't be always great for you. What is that? A stimulant or a suppressant? What does that do?
It makes me an idiot. So I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, back to it. I just finished To Kill a Mockingbird. Great story. It's an easy read. It's how I like to kick off my summer. I know summer started once I get into that book, and every year I try to take something else different, right? Like just, we have those comfort movies, those comfort shows. That's my comfort book, and I try to take something away different from it. And I was going to talk about what I took away from it this time. Those unfamiliar with the story, spoiler alert. Can you have a spoiler alert for?
I don't know how spoiler alert. Depending on the fandoms, I guess. 'Cause I think if some of the Harry Potter books or Star Wars books, they might fight you for that.
Well, there's a lot to learn from it, so there may be a spoiler in this, but
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
La, la,
Yeah,
la,
just
la.
go do something else. Actually, don't. Please listen. So the big takeaway for me this time was, the verdict is it's towards the end of the story, and the verdict is read, right? And Dill, the son of Atticus, they watched the trial, or a majority of the trial, and he is so sure that the guy is going to get acquitted. And it comes back, and he is not acquitted. The man accused ends up being found guilty. He goes home, and he starts crying, and he's so mad at the system. And I think at this time, the young man Dill is 14 years old in that kind of age range, and he feels disappointment for the first time in his life. And the character Miss Maddie represents a lot of different areas in the story. She sits down, and the main thing I took from the story this time was she made this approach, this appeal to him, saying that, hey, sometimes progress takes a while. That they didn't get the jury to agree with them, but what they did was they were able to get rather racist. We're in that 1950s time period, the South, Alabama, and you're able to get an all-white jury to think about it, to sit there and think about it. And though it seems heartbreaking, the wheels of progress move slow. Doesn't mean you're not progressing, but the wheels of progress move slow. And for some reason, maybe it's because where I'm at in my life and things like that, that really stuck out to me. So I just wanted to share that for some reason. So people think I'm smart, right? So they think I have some literary abilities. The next book I am reading, it's called Punch Me Up to the Gods by Pittsburgh's own Brian Broom. He's actually born in Ohio. It's a memoir. He's black, gay, rural Ohio, and just about his trials and tribulations. I'm very, very excited to get back into that. For my friends in Northeastern Ohio that are listening to, I've heard him speak a couple times. He's done a couple conferences. He reminds me very much of Willis Gordon. So if you're from the Canton area, you may know who Willis Gordon is. He's all over Ohio. He's a great human being. They just remind me. They're in that same kind of creative, real smart, real very articulate, these wonderful ideas, sharing their experiences in a funny, humorous, but also emotional way. So just if you're following along at home, please check out Punch Me Up to the Gods by Brian Broom. So far it's a really good read. It gives you a great perspective. It's very funny. And it's just something I think that everybody can enjoy. Sometimes it's good to have various views of perspectives. I'm not a big memoir guy, right? Autobiographies, we just lie, right? So if I had to write my autobiography when I make one, it's just going to be nothing but exaggerations, and I'm going to leave all the bad stuff out.
Mine's going to be nothing but truths, how I punch lines and catch lightning bolts.
Right, yeah. Like when I got home from boot camp. Yeah, there's
right,
lies. Yeah, just making all that stuff up. So, not normally a big fan of autobiographies, memoirs, and stuff like that. But this one is really good. It's a great perspective. Highly, highly recommend that you check that out. I'm going to put probably that on the books I'm reading, probably on Instagram. Also, you can follow me on Goodreads if that's something that you're into. So,
Goodreads, what is that?
To me, it's an app that tracks what you want to read and what you are reading, and lets you give reviews and stuff like that. So it's pretty simple concept.
Gotcha. Like you can track what the person's reading without having to ask every single time.
Right. So yeah, and there's people that I'm friends with on there that are really smart, and I want to know what they're reading.
Right.
And there's people I hate that are on there, and I want to know what not to read. So I'm just kidding. You should read no matter what. Reading, we really need to introduce that back into
Absolutely.
the mainstay. What about you, Jeff? And I don't mean to put you on the spot. Are you reading anything cool this summer? Are you going to do? What do you like? Do you like to read? Are you a reader?
Yes, I do enjoy reading. It's very weird being a reader in academia, though, because this semester alone, I think I had 9 books, each very thick books that I had to read within a very quick time frame. So no enjoyment, just trying to get the bones of it. Boom, 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 read, then be able to spell out a paragraph on it. Paragraph, paper, whatever you want to say, be able to articulate the thoughts on it.
Right.
But would like to, actually studying for certifications in the field I'm going to, so studying for IT certifications right now. But I think you're right, I do need to read a book for myself just to educate myself on something I don't know about.
Sure. It doesn't mean have to be
not educate, but just like you. I think you said get out your comfort zone. To read something that maybe you're not familiar with and need to learn something about.
Absolutely.
And not just to further your career, which do further your career if you can, but take that extra minute or two if you can to just read something you like or don't know about.
Create those curves in your brain, man. Work out that brain. That's the best way to do it. Read. All right, guys. Hey, that brings us into the first segment of the show. We're going to do a short musical break. This one is, I may get a little bit in trouble for this. I probably won't because nobody listens. But this may have some bad words on it. So,
no bad words.
Uh-oh. Actually, I listened to it. There are no bad words, but it's explicit content. So, hopefully, Matt, when we come back, we're going to introduce this new segment, which I'm already dreading. So, all right, guys, we'll be back in a moment. Listen to this transition. Oh, I just went straight to it.
That was nice.
Maybe that's why I needed it.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, we'll say. When you said memoirs, oh crap. I think, the memoirs that we're used to, unfortunately. I'm very short at every single shooter's got a memoir.
Every single what?
school shooters got a memory.
Manifesto.
Manifesto. Okay,
Manifesto.
good. So okay, they're different. But that's what I thought. I'm like, that's crazy. Oh man.
I'm gonna say so much.
Yeah. There's some very heavy hitters on here.
I know. Yeah.
You want to go to a wedding? I'd rather not. Zach, do you want to go to this? No, I don't. Like that one, All Life Matters, a good one too. Like you could go so far with that one.
I know, right?
Just go with the worst one. Just say, well, God, what's his name? What's his name? The tech bro. Elon Musk.
I have a quote from him on there, I think.
Oh, crap, dude.
Something like, I started from the bottom, now I'm here kind of shit.
Yeah. Bro. Oh, is that supposed to be 3? I think it, cut out. Either way, I mean, just say how great he is. How great Teslas are. Or buying... Or actually... Going to the moon was the best thing Jeff Bezos has ever done. Instead of just giving a fraction of that to anybody else, going to the moon was the best thing he could have done.
Can we add, the war in Iraq was justified?
Oh my goodness.
Can you...
There's so many. Oh. all right, yeah. Well, don't. I got you back. We don't need to be saying any of those. I will try my best to make sure you don't hit any of those, man.
Why isn't my time showing up on here?
Yeah, I have your things queued up. So you see the live stream. It's so weird. I only see the CDNstream.com. That's all I see. I don't know about everybody else.
I think this will be a good one if you want to talk about your trip on this commercial, right? Or like on this segment part 2. I'll bring it up in.
Yeah, sure.
Baby's on down.
I think it's supposed to be 3 because the one I got, there's a 3 missing. Very sure it's supposed to be 3.
Oh, no, it's 6.
6.
No one must.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I just didn't put his name.
Oh, okay.
I think 3 was not done.
Yes. It came to you. No, he did not.
So Mike Tomlin, that'll be a good one. That'll be the first one.
Yeah.
Because that's funny. And then the second one would be good. Let's try not to do the third one.
Yeah.
Or the fourth one. And we'll try to do 5th, 6th.
Let's.
And then if we have to go, but
Yeah.
I'd like to.
I'm about to say I would shoot 8 up. I'd do like 1, 8, 2.
Yeah, that sounds great. All right, guys, welcome back, and listen to that transition. We are just rolling with it tonight. All right, guys. Hey, first of all, I would like to take a time out and just tell everybody how much I appreciate them tuning in, listening to us. So this is our second time recording the show, right? And the whole idea, the whole point behind this, to enrich the Duquesne experience. One, so I can talk to people or talk. That's, but this is a resume builder. So anyway, I was listening to the playback on it from last week. And what I noticed was I used the word way too much. And as I'm listening to it, I realize that now while there are pauses in my brain, right? My brain, I am a fast thinker. Overthinker is what I've been called. So some of that is natural. However, it seemed like a lot of the ums and the uhs, they came because I was unprepared. I just wasn't doing a good job preparing. I think I even ran out of material, I feel, last week, which is not something that I should do. And you know what? People are taking their time out. You could be doing, it's beautiful out, it's the summer. Do you really want to listen to some guy on the radio, through your Facebook, or on some crazy stream? The fact that you're taking your time out to listen to Jeff and I kind of rant and rave a couple times, I should take this a little more serious, put a little more effort into it. So, in order to negate the ums and the uhs, we're going to introduce this segment. It's called Keeping Me Honest with Dishonesty. Now, Jeff, I'm a psycho. I'm a weirdo, right? So one of the things I love to do is, I'm doing it already, and I'll explain the rules as we go on. But one of the things I love to do is, or not I love to do, but I have this this need. So someone will post something, and mostly it's on Facebook and Twitter. They'll post something, and it will be false information. It will be wrong or something I disagree with. And it doesn't have to be political. Somebody could misquote somebody. That drives me absolutely nuts. And I see it all. That happens way too much. And what I will do is I will type out with references in certain areas, like, no, this is why you're wrong, and I'll create this huge long list, and I'll try to be funny and utilize my writing abilities on it, and then I delete that comment, because I do not want that type of engagement. I don't want to talk to people about that, but it is something that drives me absolutely nuts. So here I am. I'm able to talk about whatever I want for essentially however long I want. And I have a platform, and people are listening to me. So it's this perfect kind of storm. So what we're going to do here today with this, or from now on, unless this segment totally bombs or I can't come up with stuff or it's not funny, we're going to do the Keeping Me Honest with Dishonesty. So every time Jeff hears me say a lot of ums, right? That pause, that that ah, that very unprofessional that I keep draining in your eardrums, he is going to read a comment. He's going to read a comment or a quote or a sentiment. We're going to play the Nickelback music in the background as he says it, and I will be forced not to say anything. Won't say a thing. We'll just let it sit there, let it resonate inside, and we will just move on. So that is, I believe that's a good deterrent, right? Because I love to talk, I love to prove people wrong, and these are ideas and sentiments that I have very strong opinions or feelings on, and I will just not be able to say anything. If Jeff hears me say it, he's going to stop me. I think just give me a sign, let me finish up my rant and idea, and we'll keep going. And for those listening at home, I'm sure you'll be keeping score in the comments, and you guys can call us out as much as you want to. So hopefully you don't have to hear a lot of information or misinformation, because a ton of it's out there. But if it happens, please call me out, because the last thing I want to do is sound unprepared.
Sounds like a plan.
So absolutely. So hey, before we move on here, I do want to give a shout out, and this isn't like a plug, we don't get paid for any of this, but I do want to give a shout out to the Broadway Auto Garage. That's on 6107 Broad Street Rear in Pittsburgh, PA. It's in East Liberty. 15206 is the zip code. 412-361-2496. Hey, I had an issue with my vehicle. I was in West Virginia. It was in the worst possible place. I was in West Virginia. This cop puts his sirens on. I freak out. I turn, I get off the road, hit a pothole. Next thing you know, all my lights are on. I'm so nervous. The last thing I wanted to be stranded in West Virginia. Fortunately for me, though, it ended up going away. He ended up taking a look at my vehicle, was very honest, got me in a great amount of time. Just didn't talk down to me because I have no idea when I come to mechanics and things like that. And there's nothing in life better than finding a good mechanic. And I believe his name was Matt. Nice. So hey guys, if anybody in the local area, if you have issues with a car, you don't want to take it to the dealership, you can't get in them, because those lines are really long, and you're looking for something with a very reasonable price, very reasonable person. Again, I cannot shout out enough the Broadway Auto Garage in East Liberty. So
good to know. If I ever have any problems, that's where I'm going.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, no problems.
I screwed up so bad.
I mean, lights flashing behind you, it's very terrifying.
No,
especially trying to go somewhere. It's not like I hope you weren't smart. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that.
No, I wasn't doing anything. No, I was driving. I mean, maybe like my music was loud or whatever.
Oh,
but
no one cares about
no,
that.
it was nothing illegal. But
Good.
it was West Virginia. But he was looking to go somewhere. Like you could tell he was hauling butt. But that's not where I screwed up. So
pothole, right?
Yeah, it was a pothole. This trip, I ended up booking one of the worst hotels in the world.
Story time. What you got?
Well, so I do this thing, right? So I'm trying to not spend money very much. So I book this hotel kind of at the last minute, and I go to Kayak, and it's $67 a night.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay.
Not too bad. Not going to be the greatest, but, hey, I can sleep.
Did not read the reviews. And I'm pretty sure the nice thing about this hotel, well, it wasn't a hotel. Let me get that straight. It was a motel.
Of course, yeah, motel. My mind.
It was impossible for me to catch COVID there because whatever diseases that were in the sheets killed COVID. Right,
oh,
so the hepatitis C and whatever new diseases, monkeypox or whatever that's out there now, were in my bed sheets. We had to go out. Like, I was fine with it, but we had to go out and we had to buy new bed sheets. Bought new bed sheets.
There's nothing wrong with that, especially sometimes, depending on where you go in the plastic around the bed, too. If you ever get really, paranoid.
Oh, the TV wouldn't stay on. Oh, yeah. Like, you can hear, I don't know what people that do meth sound like. I don't know what that when someone's drinking, I know what that sounds like when you're, but you could just hear methamphetamines going on in the room next door.
Guessing a lot of little furry friends down there too.
Oh God, I hope not. Oh, and then the young lady I was with, she's classy, right?
So
not super classy,
not that.
No. So it was pretty bad. What about you, Ed? How was your trip?
Oh, it was fun. So actually, we got a quick trip. We went up from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. So sisters moving back to PA, and we got our little box truck. So of course, big, can't see out the back, no rear view mirror. That was fun. And then actually we started on the road, didn't stop. The thing it was kind of janky. It was very weird. It would shake when you get past a certain point. So it'd shake when you get up to 90, and it felt like you were going to lose control of the car. But I'm trying to get up here fast, but I don't also want to die. And once we got up to New Jersey, just people were flying, dipping by, just would not care how fast, how slow you're going, where you're going, who got the right of way. New York, New Jersey's a beast for drivers that don't drive big cargo vans.
Who do you think would win in a driving fight, Pittsburgh or New Jersey?
Depending on what each one is driving. So they go. The truckers out there did not care.
Right.
Just whizzing by me because I'm I got a big cargo van with stuff in here, and plus I don't want to die.
Sure.
But truck drivers, big semis going 100 in the middle of the night. You just see bloody mist of deer and fur everywhere, roadkill everywhere. And I'm just, this is the craziest drive I've ever done.
Absolutely. What's the top speed? What's the fastest you can go on one of those box trucks?
You can get up to 130, but I wouldn't recommend it.
But
like I said,
just because it's on the speedometer.
Yeah. But it just starts shaking, and then doing turns, it feels like you're gonna tip over.
Sure.
And it just you. I hope no one's ever experienced it, but the initial point of no return when you feel like it's you're losing control you just get a gut feeling and don't want to ever experience it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, not to the point where it's not the point of no return where the car is going and there's nothing you can do, but it's like the precursor that, like, hey, something bad is happening if I don't slow down or stop. And it just, I want to get there fast, but I also want to get there safe. And then I also want to get away from all the drivers going 90 in a giant box truck. Because anything happens to them, I'm done. It doesn't matter.
Did you get to spend any time in Jersey?
We spent a little bit of time, so got some food, hung out with some family, and then we came right back. So
Did you get any bagels?
No, I didn't. I just wanted pizza, for being honest.
You know what? I don't blame you. That sounds.
I just wanted some pizza, but I'm like, you know what? If we get on the road now, we'll miss all the traffic. Which, egg on my face, there was still traffic.
Sure. When Jody and I went to Jersey a couple weeks ago, she was talking about moon fries.
Moon fries?
I don't know. I know
That sounds good. I'm intrigued.
it's just fries with like cheese on them. Like, I mean, they were good. But I was like, all right.
Hey, I'm all for whatever crazy food. Like, give it to me. I don't care what it is, especially if it's like in a little van in the middle of nowhere with someone's grandma cooking. Please give me that. I don't care what it is.
That's excellent. That's good. Are you doing anything for Memorial Day?
So probably just gonna see some family. Father loves to barbecue, so he likes to slow grill ribs all day. So that's gonna be on the point at some point. But that's his thing. Any reason to barbecue, bust out the ribs, he's there for.
Excellent.
So want to get some ribs. Hopefully, spend some time, but ribs.
Do we get free? Is that the holiday we get free food on?
We get free food on everyone. You just got to be willing to go for it.
Sure. Okay.
Veterans Day, though, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one where you just go every single place that you can. Why not?
I had a guy that I used to work with, and he would take off on Veterans Day, and he would fill up the Applebee's.
Every single day.
Yeah, he would
Chipotle, anything that's free appetite, he would do it. I know. I've had a few people like that, and they were the funnest people to be around.
Right.
Because no matter, like, we were just driving and eating.
Sure.
And it's, I'm game. Why not? Here you go. Thank you for your service. Of course.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you get the old Vietnam vet that will buy you a beer somewhere, too.
Sure.
And then a nice, weird conversation. Not weird, but a nice one.
Excellent. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm not doing anything on Memorial Day. I don't do any of that stuff. I mean, it's still
no reason. You should still eat, man.
Yeah, I'll eat.
Eat, call the family, and read a book.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what I probably do.
Relax. It's all good.
For sure. My favorite is when, like, I love when veterans get mad on Memorial Day. When they'll say, like, it's not about us, it's about them. Which is true.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. What veteran doesn't like getting recognized? Like, I've never met a veteran that wasn't like, oh, hey, recognize me. I also think it's weird that fireworks are on Memorial Day. Like, that seems like kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's a thing that scares a lot of veterans. Let's do that.
But some people do like to blow things up, no matter what it is.
You know what? That is a great, and that's that counterbalance. Absolutely.
Because definitely, there's more people that don't like it.
You're a fireworks guy, aren't you?
I dabble a little bit. Nothing crazy. I don't want 4 neighborhoods to know I'm lighting fireworks, but
sure. Just 2.
Yes. Like, if I can scare one puppy, I'm happy.
That's excellent. Oh my
puppy,
gosh.
dog, cat, anything.
I don't know if I talked about this last week. So my grandparents have a dog, and they love this dog. And, that's fine. Like, they look at it like a child.
Right.
Which...
Fur baby.
Oh my gosh. That dog. It's not a dog. Like, when I think of dog, like a protector and...
He gets protected by them.
Oh my gosh, gets a haircut, like that kind of stuff. Has the twirls in the hair. Like,
does he have his own ice cream? Does he get a cake for his birthday?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I know they have doggy ice cream. That is a weird
yes.
thing.
I mean, used to get my dog. We'd have like an ice cream truck come by just because we have a giant dog. He was an Akita in a lab, so he was a massive dog. We called him Bear.
Sure.
And he looked like a bear, but he's a big old fuzzball. But you figure you see a giant dog, you're terrified. It doesn't matter what he is. But this ice cream truck would come by every single week just to give him some ice cream, and I loved it. Missed it every single time. But he'd come by. We wouldn't come for the kids. He'd come for our giant dog, and then the kids were like a secondary bonus. Seriously.
Awesome. I love dogs. They're my favorite things. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to take another... Oh, wait, no, I wanted to tell you a story about that.
Ooh, what
Did
you
I
got?
tell this story last week? It's
What's
so
it?
funny. Oh, my gosh. So my grandparents went on vacation, right?
Mhm.
And they take their dogs with them, right? So that's... And then the couple that they went with, they took their dogs, so there's
Nice, 2
8
dogs.
dogs or 3 dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the dog had diarrhea,
Ooh.
right? Which, yeah, that's not good on a vacation.
Yeah, but, you know, it happens.
And my grandmother, Mimi, bless your heart, she had 3 reasons why the dog got sick.
Oh, wow.
And the first one, it ate sand or something, right?
Yeah,
Another
that's a
one,
good one.
it didn't like the dog food or something.
Okay, yeah.
But the third theory behind it was, she said that the dog got sick because she yelled at her. Like the dog got diarrhea.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine? Like how far along has the animal dog breed gone, where they went from like being, you know, aggressive nature things into now like they get like somebody raises their voice and they have diarrhea from it. That seems like the species shouldn't exist. Like if you're a predator and your bowels cannot handle loud noises as a predator, that species should go away.
I hate to be the person, but we have pugs. Just pugs exist. That's all I'm saying. A pug exists with wolves existing.
Right.
So dire wolves and a pug. That's all I have to say.
Oh my gosh. I see it. I know it's happening. I know it's coming down the road, which I'm not against, right? But, like a dog is going to be in my future, right? So
Nice.
every time I drive or I see people, I always see the same thing. I see a man and a woman taking a dog for a stroll, and that man looks so miserable. I've never seen anybody walking a puppy with a smile on their face. I just
I
don't
don't
see
know.
it.
I think, yeah, you're right. I can't think of the last one. I always get happy when I see like a cute pup, but they're just...
Stoic.
Yeah.
Stoic. All right, guys. Hey, we will be right back after that. Oh, well, when we come back, we're gonna get into some more heavy. We're gonna get into kind of some heavy stuff, and then we'll let you all out of here, lighten it up when we end it. So, listen to this transition.
Wonder if there's a way to like get a non-clicking mouse. Yeah, there's gotta be like a non-clicking mouse, so you don't have to like worry about that.
What's that?
There's gotta be like a non-clicking mouse, so you don't have to worry about.
You know, and it's
Kinda
touchscreen.
clicking.
Maybe I should do that. I'm just so comfortable with that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say it's so weird when I don't have the mouse and I have to like do that trackpad on it, drives me crazy.
How were my ums?
You're good. I didn't hear you. I will say that we were always our worst criticizers or whatever. I know, but because like for what I won't notice, I know you'll always like notice 100 times more than what I will.
When we do this, though, I'm sure I said it a couple times. Let's just introduce it on this next one. So do the Mike Tomlin one when we come back. So if you want to, when we get out of break, when we get out of break, just say, "Hey Zach, there was a couple in there." So to keep like the true with it,
Yeah.
can you do the Mike Tomlin one?
Yeah. I'll give you the wedding one. That's my favorite one. No one wants to go to a wedding, no matter what it is. The people in the wedding barely want to go. I want to make this bigger. Let's see. What does it say? You didn't hear was it Caller's team? Caller team. All right.
Or you can say Bills. Bill Cowher.
I don't know.
And this will be like a nice, because this segment might be a little bit dark or whatever.
Yeah.
I just heard. I love this song.
Oh wow, yeah, we are getting late actually. Time is flying. Yeah, let me know. I guess probably towards the end. Just start humming whenever you want me to start jump in.
About
Just to make sure, because I guess we got closer time.
Yeah.
Just to pick out a quote.
you want to do it as soon as we come back from commercial break?
You think we'll have enough time? Well, do you want to do the happy than the? Because
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Go ahead.
oh.
All right, guys, welcome back tonight. All right, so we are running a little bit short on time. We were just messing around, just kind of talking a little bit off topic there.
Time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
So I do kind of feel like it's something that, again, I do not want to infuse politics in here. First of all, that hits us every single way now, and it's going to get ramped up. There's no way to look about it. I mean, these midterms are coming up, and everything is going to be politicized, and everyone has, they're dug in, and we feel that. And, while these conversations are important, they can be harmful. They can be damaging. So this take, but you got to talk about it, right? Especially, this is the city of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had a mass shooter. I mean, somebody came into a Jewish church with anti-Semitic rhetoric and killed innocent people. So when things like this happen, I mean, it does have these effects that have these residual effects. So, last week we talked about it, and my position hasn't changed. Like, school shootings, mass shootings, they're just part of the American life now, unfortunately. That is something that we are going to have to deal with. It is a unique situation. There's no other country in the world in the history of civilization or modern civilization that has this type of issue, where we just have mass shooting after mass shooting. And when I go with this, I am not calling for a moderate solution. Please, just because I want to weigh both sides of the argument does not mean I'm in favor of a moderate solution. I am not a moderate. I think moderates are more naive, less read than actual libertarianism. And I think libertarians never know what they're talking about. They're just children who have a very novice understanding of how any sort of government works. So again, I am not a moderate. I am not trying to speak from a moderate point of view, but both sides, it feels like once a mass shooting happens, both sides kind of tear apart, and they both have these theoretical solutions, and they both seem unreasonable, right? They just seem like they're not capable of working, of any sort of sustainable way so we can have a society where little children, or where people in general, can go and not get murdered in the face. So, and one argue, when I say the two arguments, one argument seems less unreasonable than the other. But when you mention this stuff, it boils people's blood. And, that's the thing. We need to stop having arguments. Let's have a conversation, right? Let's stop. Let's listen to one another. Because the situation, again, this is, and I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep saying, and hope to God I'm wrong one day, but mass shootings are just part of American society. That's the sad truth. That's going to be happening. There is no one key solution. These are going to take unique perspectives. We're going to have to do things. We're going to have to get out of our comfort zone as a nation, as a society, and we're just not ready for that, and that's just not something that we're capable of doing. So, but I do want to weigh in on these both sides of the arguments that seem to be pulling up on this school shooting incident. So the first one is, we're not going to get rid of guns. That is an insane thought, right? It's just not a feasible thought. There is, first of all, the application of that is nearly impossible. other countries have tried to get rid of arms, and you can cite Australia, which had mild success with that in terms of actually getting guns away from people. But Australia, while large in area, is much smaller in population with a totally different culture, totally different history. So if you're saying, hey, we're going to outlaw guns, you have to bring in your guns, no one is going to do that. It is not going to happen. Nobody is going to voluntarily give their guns away. It's just not going to happen. There's not going to be a way to track it. We don't have, a large registry or anything like that. That is just not an argument. It's just not a feasible outlet. And I don't even think it would work, right? I don't think getting rid of guns is going to be the long-term solution. Maybe, but it's just not it's so outlandish. It's not even worth introducing that in the conversation. On the other side of that argument, and it's something that I keep hearing over and over again, what bothers me most about it is that it is so unreasonable, it lacks a certain sort of logic step that it seems disingenuous, right? The solution proposed, and that solution is that we need to put armed guards in schools, right? And that is the one that I keep hearing over and over. And that one I feel like is getting more steam on this mass shooting more so than it has in the past. I said it again. Well, let me finish my rant, and then I'll get my punishment. So, and this idea of putting armed guards in schools is so unreasonable. I mean, let's do this. Let's war game this a little bit. Let's work this down the road, right? So first of all, do you know how many schools are in the United States, public and private? What
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know why. I don't think that's.
I mean, we got a lot of people, so yeah, we need lots of schools to teach kids.
So around 131,000 schools. That's both public and private. 98,000 or close to 99,000 public schools. So where's that money going to come from?
Right. We can barely staff them with teachers.
For sure.
Let alone, I can only imagine the guards.
Right, and if you want to put armed guards in there, right, that money has to come from somewhere, right? So
they're already hurting. Teachers barely have enough the salary to pay for it. Not to mention the school supplies. I mean, then it's just another taking away from another budget.
And
or it's going to raise taxes.
Well, in a lot of these states, they do it through property taxes. And property taxes are already going to go through because of the inflated market, because of the housing, and it is a bubble. So the prices of houses are going up, and they're doing these reevaluation of property taxes. So they're going up already. So you're looking at 10, 12, 14, 15% increases in your taxes already, right off the rip.
Right.
And so we're going to add more to that. In order to put armed guards, and remember, I should have said this at the beginning of the rant, the whole purpose of this is to protect children, right? So just keep that in mind. So, all right, we decided as a nation, we love our guns so much, we're going to put armed guards in our public school. Well, okay, now we have to think of how to budget this. Where is this going to come up from the budget? Now, one of the ideas behind this is let's take foreign aid away, right? We just spent $54 billion sent to Ukraine. Let's take that money and let's put it to the school shootings. That is, and the thing that makes me most upset about that argument was that was a Senate candidate who proposed that. First of all, that's not how foreign aid works. We do not understand, most people do not understand how foreign policy works. Sometimes you give cash, but it also comes in equipment, it comes in bonds, it comes in with national banks where other countries are sponsored. So it is a much more nuanced sort of thing. Plus, sending money to Ukraine is going to benefit the United States down the road. By cutting down on foreign aid, these are short-sighted incidents. You need to at least the American foreign policy, while I do not agree with it most of the time, has been pretty much set since probably post-FDR, where we are going to always look for our self-best interest. It is all about the end game for that. So when we take away the idea of taking foreign policy, we are leaving ourselves up for much bigger issues down the road, and that is a hard It is hard to look at foreign policy sometimes because it is slow moving. It's not this quick, you do this reaction, but unfortunately that's how foreign policy works. So if we can't take the $54 billion out of that because you can't. It's not liquid. It's not cash. It's equipment. It's bonds. It's all the other things. So that's
fungible.
Right. It's already accounted for in various ways. So that's out of it. So again, we want to. But okay, okay. We're not going to raise taxes. We're not going to do that. But somehow we'll come up with the money. Elon Musk will give us a loan or whatnot, because he definitely has all his money liquid. Instead of buying Twitter, he's going to arm people.
Jeff Bezos could do that.
Jeff Bezos, absolutely. So then we have to put armed guards in schools. And I'm not going to talk about all the research that shows what happens when you put policemen in low-income, mostly minority, most black schools. I'm not going to talk about that. So even though that is a real outlet. But with that being aside, right, we're going to arm all these schools, and then who are we going to arm them with? We don't have enough police as it is. We definitely don't have enough good police. And so you need to find somebody who is not only capable of high pressure, high lethal tactics, but also capable of working with children.
Yeah.
That's not something easy to do, right? And then you're going to say, well, let the veterans do it. Listen, I love veterans. I am a veteran. I love all my brother-in-arms, and even the ones I don't love, like my cousin, because he's in the Air Force.
Oh, yeah, that was a Coast Guard guy for a second.
No, Coast Guard, they're BA. No, he does a really evil job. So, but I'm getting off the point.
Please.
Veterans don't make good policemen, right? Because when you have to do with straining, when you have to do with combat, those are two totally different tactics. Those are two totally different mindsets. So we are going to find the perfect specimen. And we're going to have to train them. We're going to have to keep them in there. And it's just, there's not that type of person that is a job that needs to be created. That is not a job that already exists.
Yeah. Who are you going to attract for this? Like, who's the individual that you want for this? I mean, because I don't immediately want to jump on this opportunity to be a policeman in a school.
Right. And so what happens, right? So we've got that, and now we're going to employ so what you're going to do is you're going to create another avenue of armed forces that then becomes a part of the fabric of our education system, and we're not going to keep up on it. Things are going to slip through the cracks, like many things that we start out, don't pay attention to, and it's going to be like build the wall. I shouldn't say that, but in the same way, build the wall wouldn't work. Same thing with arming policemen. It's just not a sustainable effort. We can't afford it. We don't have the right people for it. We don't have enough time for that. And it is going to create a log jam of bureaucracy and unneeded problems. I'm telling you, ask anybody and I just don't think putting veterans in schools is a good idea, right? Ask any recruiter, right? Anybody who's done any job in recruiter, and they will tell you hundreds of horror stories about their Marines that were on recruiting duty doing very malicious.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could bring somebody on for that.
Right. 24, 25-year-old young people in a high school. Nothing good is going to come from that. I promise you that.
I mean, even if you up it, because a few of the stories from our new director are just like, oh, wow, that's literally married people that are like 35. Sure. Going with high schoolers around.
35 young.
Yeah, young, but I mean, married, and then now, right? Yeah, it compounds.
So what's going to happen is you're going to create, that point we're trying to make is you're going to create a bunch of issues that are not there. And remember, the goal is to protect the children. So putting a bunch of untrained or unprepared people for this, it's just not going to fix the problem. To me, it feels like when you say put the armed guards in, you're treating a symptom, you're not going after the disease. And again, I don't have the answers to this. I have a couple ideas of what we can do about this. But the big takeaway from this is we need to stop getting so mad at each other. When I say things like reasonable gun control or smart gun control. When the words gun control gets in people's heads and they just go ballistic. They think it's.
But it's not aimed at you. No, that's like the point. It's not aimed at you because like some people like I could see if you're one of the shady people doing who knows what, but then hey, they're gonna come for your guns because you're part of them. But if you're not shooting up schools, firing in places you're not supposed to, or just brandishing weapons, it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Absolutely.
Like you can still fire in the woods, you can still go hunting. I don't think they want to mess with that, but schools, like no. It's just so I do agree that it's definitely a difficult conversation,
and it's going to take multiple answers, and it's going to be layered, and it's going to be complicated, and there's going to be various sacrifices. And I don't mean sacrificing your civil liberties or your personal liberties. That's not what I mean. I mean, what would happen, if you had to take just like a driver's test, like a gun test before you could purchase a gun?
Yeah.
Right. What would happen? It is crazy. There are people. It is easy. You can be on the no-fly list. You can be flagged as a terrorist and still buy a gun in this country. Something's wrong with that. So, guys, we are running late. Jeff, are you okay if we keep this going for, maybe we go a little 5-10 minutes longer than normal?
I mean, if none of the priests come and attack us or kick her out, I'm fine with that.
I don't think so. So, hey, we're going to come back. We're going to wrap stuff up. There's one more song we'll play tonight, and then we'll let you guys go this evening. Again, we appreciate you, as always. Transition time!
Oh. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it feels weird doing like a little joke segment afterwards.
I think it's perfect, though. Unless you don't want to do it.
I don't know. I don't want to interfere with yours. But yeah, I'm fine with it. We can do it right before we leave if you want.
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
That's
fine.
We're going to do that.
Okay.
Do the Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Because it's late and stuff like that.
Oh, let's see, make sure.
You can. So I'll get off this commercial break and say, hey, Zach, you said a couple of times, so yeah, here's your punishment.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, nice. So are you the only one? Because that's like interesting times. Because you can't be the only ones that are using this thing.
Well, I think that's what they usually do during like the day, during the
summertime,
during the school year. Because I was looking at it, but I've been pretty annoying about it, like with my emails and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's either yay or nay. You can stop the emails with one simple word, and hopefully it's the one we want to hear. Especially the BS little it's just something that I didn't even try with that little time. Just sure, here you go. Exactly so.
All right, guys, we're back.
All right, and hate to be the one to be the bearer of bad news, but I've heard a few ums in there.
First of all, how dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
talking about
sorry.
Well, Jeff,
I mean, that's how we keep you honest, unfortunately. That's I was like, I'll wait. Maybe it might be let you go, what you like now. But that's the only way we'll get better.
Hey, I'm all for accountability. All for accountability.
Let's see.
So, Jeff, I'm going to play the intro music to this. I'm going to play the intro music. Do you mind talking through music?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So, there we go.
Oh, let's see. We got to find you a good one. All right. Let's see. Oh, I like this one.
I picked these before you go in, but it wasn't hard for me to find these. There's 3 people I follow on Facebook, and so I just and if you're Elizabeth, you know who you are. So okay.
All right, let's see. I think I found one I like.
All
right. Mike Tomlin is not a good coach. He's an inherent cowards team. As Terry Bradshaw put it, quote, I do not think he's a great coach at all. He's a nice coach. He's really a great cheerleader guy. I don't know what he thinks. I don't think he's a great coach at all. His name never comes to my mind when you think of great coaches in the NFL. Whew, Anything to say to that one? Any reflection? Come on, I think you have something to say from the look on your face.
My someone. Good.
Nothing. I think it just you have to have one to say something. Nothing. All right. Well,
All right, guys. So next week,
greatest quotes in the world right there.
That's like,
Come on, give me another one. I want to fire off another one.
let's do another one. You got another one in there.
Come on, yeah, come on, bring it back up.
All right, let's go back to the Nickelback song. All right, your intro.
All right, Zach, do you want to go to this wedding? Come on, bust out the dress blues and everything. I'll even shine the medals for you.
Good. Yeah.
The core frames, everything.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for staying on. I know we lasted a little bit longer. I was going to read some emails here, but I think we're running out.
Save them for next time.
Yeah, we'll save them for next time. And again, just let me give a little bit of shout out, guys. Thank you again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Seriously, all of you are awesome.
You can follow us on IG, adulting_with_Zach. You can email us with adultingwithzmj@gmail.com. We've got our YouTube page coming up, so if you do miss a show, we will not be here next week. Next week is going to be a break for us, so we will be the following week. But we will be active on our Instagram, posting up on the YouTube. And next week, or not next week, but the week after, we will be doing YouTube Live, so you can stream us on that way. Get off the Facebook.
Get those good comments on there too.
Yeah, get those comments. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I wish I was clever enough to. I need a sign-off name.
We'll get one. It's gonna come. It's gonna come soon.
I really be good to each other, but it seems like cliche.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Whatever works, but it's always a pleasure, guys.
all right. No. Okay. Hey, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a
Wonderful night.
wonderful evening. Have a good night and be good to each other.
Have fun out there. I used to like a good Ben Shapiro quote in there. A very good Ben Shapiro quote. All right.
That was a minute.